Welcome to the CCO Pre-Show for episode 457 and 458.
457 and 8?
Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
We're here. We're talking about Duskmorn House of Horrors, and I've got some very, some questions that I think that you'll have the answer to.
Well, that's exciting. That must mean that it's about having a big wiener or horror movies.
Yes, actually both of those things. But I'll say...
It's going to be a weird pre-show.
Yeah, I'll limit it to just to horror movies.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay.
First one.
Okay.
I know that you got a box of this. You got a BBO on the CCO WOTC coming up?
I don't with that box.
Oh.
I don't. But I do have another product in the works that I'm going to open for the BBO on the CCO WOTC.
So there will be a Brando's box opening.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, is it going to be a good one?
Oh, yeah.
Or am I going to be disappointed in you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good situation.
Okay, so watch for that on upcoming Friday. We usually do those on Fridays, right?
I got to wait until October.
Ooh.
Because that's when I'm going to use a gift bundle, the super duper bundle. This is the one that's the TV on the side.
Yeah, the terror bundle or whatever they're called. I want one of those.
Yeah, I thought that would be cool to switch it up a little bit. I can do the same gimmick, but we can look at some of the extra stuff, and we can really delve into seeing if those, because it's a pretty significant cost increase if you're going to go from a bundle to a collector bundle.
Regular bundles, what, $49 or $50?
Yeah.
What is it?
They're
about that, right?
$40 or $50, and then the collector bundles are usually over $100. That's not what I got mine for, because I've got a good relationship with my store.
Did you rough them up?
I had to use a tire iron, I'm not going to lie, but I did end up getting one.
One of those showcases where you saw the LGS owner in the reflection of the knife? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Okay.
Exactly. So it was a lot like that. But I figured it would be kind of cool to take a look at what you actually get in one of those and see if it's, I'm going to say worth it financially, but is it, what do you get for all that extra money?
You did one of those for actually All Will Be One, right?
Yeah.
And you got the oil slick showcase foil lands or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got the black one.
I got two of the
Drivnod, right?
Yeah, I got a Drivnod and the Planeswalker, whatever her name is. Vraska?
Don't care. Drivnod, I play him. He's good card.
Me too.
Yeah, when he die, good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so that was one thing. The BBO. Check that out on upcoming Friday.
Coming up.
We've got a bunch of legends coming up. We're going to talk about the legends from Duskmorn on tomorrow's show.
The smallest suite of legends I think we've had in... it's been...
Since 2018, probably.
Many years. Many years.
And then on Wednesday, the bonus show, we're going to look at the pre-cons. I've got some questions about horror tropes, modern horror tropes that might be present in the pre-cons. But before any of that, and of course the pre-con legends on Wednesday as well, but before any of that,
oh man,
I want to know about the showcase cards. I think we touched on them kind of a little bit in last week's kind of first look, but the showcase double exposures. Tell me about that, because I don't really know why they're called that, despite my wife watching ghost hunting shows on the Travel Channel.
So double exposure, and this is actually kind of neat.
Okay.
And it's because there are two pictures at once. That's what double exposure means.
So I'm looking at Valavoth, Terror Eater, the 99 for 9, or as our German listeners would say, 99 for 9. That one.
So the no for no?
Sure.
Is that what they say? So what that is it's two pictures at once, typically on the same negative. For those of you who are out there that have never seen a negative before, cameras used to be their own thing with film in them.
Back in the 1880s when Uncle Brando took
photography
in high school, yeah.
And before that even, the modern ones, you could choose whether to wind your film or not.
What the fuck?
So what you'd do is you'd take a picture of something, let's say Ryan, and then you'd have a picture of Ryan. And then you could not wind your camera, and you could go and take a picture of something else, like a burning dumpster. And then when you got the picture developed, it would be both Ryan's face and a burning dumpster on the same picture.
Ooh, like a special effect, like
Yeah.
Photoshop before Photoshop existed.
Exactly. Doing Photoshop like in your camera, and you don't get to see what it looks like for like a week.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
very risky. But they were pretty cool, and I think that's what they're really going for with this showcase frame. And then you've got the regular ones, and they're monochromatic, which is really neat. Like one of the pictures will be red, and the other picture will be white, and then they're superimposed on top of each other, and it's a really cool effect. They look neat in foil.
I don't know. Oh, well, okay. That was my next question: is how do they look? But I don't know what I'm looking at here with Valgavoth.
Well, you have to remember that he's the house. He's a weird picture. Like
Well, I didn't know that.
Like when you look at the lands, if you look up at this, like, because all the lands are
He's the
interior
house?
scenes.
That sounds like my old roommate's fever dream. He's like, I was a house in my dream. What's your fever at? Oh, I don't know, 104.
No, he's the whole house, man.
Oh.
Like when you look at the lands, you can see like all of his rib cages and his
Oh, is that why it's like that?
guts and stuff. Yeah, it's
Oh,
because he's
man.
him. And when you look at the art, like the regular art for him, you can see like this is the little red bit. That's the front door of the house with the stairs going up.
You're
to
going into his
Peen. You're sounding him when you go into the house. You can Google that if you want to know what that means.
If I were you, I wouldn't though.
But like that's what you're doing when you enter the house.
Okay.
Even though you're entering it from nowhere, but we're not going to get into that. The point is he's the house, and that's why the art's so weird.
Okay.
When you get onto some of the other double exposure arts, they're a little bit clearer. Toby here, who we're going to talk about tomorrow, it's like a picture of his head with like his monster controlling headphones on, and then like a little ghost that I assume when you watch the Commander Munchies, it'll be explained who that little sinister clown guy is.
Yep.
But you can see that there's the ghost, and then there's Toby. And then in the art, one of these guys is quite foil, and the other one, not etched foil, isn't dirty and shitty, but it's just subtly different enough that it looks different.
Oh, Uncle Brando's foil review 101.
They actually are really cool. Like, say what you want about the aesthetic of the set or anything about it. I think that WOTC did a really good job, just aesthetically, of making cards look really cool.
Oh, very cool.
The downside to that being when they're not foil, they kind of don't look very good.
Oh,
Once you've seen a bunch of them in foil.
You know what they remind me of is when you'd get the blue and red 3D glasses with comic books, and you could cover the blue side and just see like the red or no, when you cover the blue side, you only see the blue, right? Because red cancels out red on the paper.
Yeah.
And then it's not 3D anymore, and you're like, this looks kind of weird. And I would love to get glasses that coincide with the colors of these double exposure cards. And cover one side and block out half the art to see if there's like a hidden, encrypted, like subconscious message in there, like spend more money, buy Hasbro stocks, something like that.
It's all sinister like that.
Yeah,
I'm done with my Reebok sweats. I really need some Puma sweats. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Invest in our sister company Puma or whatever it is, right? Yeah.
Wouldn't it be messed up if that was in there? That would be really
Or
funny.
they're like they're doing like political collusion, right? Like vote for whoever. Yeah, but you don't know that it actually says that. You just know, hey, I really like Toby Beastie Befriender. I like this card. Oh, wow. And then you go out and vote for somebody that you wouldn't have normally voted for. Oh, man. Ooh, as soon as WOTC makes cards look cool, there's actually like subliminal.
Is that illegal?
Very-
What you just described, is that a crime?
I think so.
Is that a crime?
I think so if it's voting. I don't think so if it's advertising. I think if you're doing any political like persuasion, I think you have to say that this is what you're doing. And specifically, maybe it's different in the United States of freedom. But I think you have to also say this message was approved by or paid for or funded by. There's a whole bunch of things that you have to do. So people know that this is very much what it is. I'm convincing you that healthcare sucks, so you have to vote for this person because money and,
Yeah, money and...
But somebody else paid for it to make somebody look bad because they suck. Vote for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it. We got there.
I think so. Okay, so I'm very interested. Because there's not very many legends. There's 27 new legends across the Duskmourn plus precons.
Yeah, that's like, it's
super
so few.
low. Yeah.
It's so few.
I went deep on a couple and did some research on like what would I play, and more than I normally do, because on the ones that I'm usually interested in and talk about on reviews or our first impressions or ability review shows,
Right.
I'll be like, oh man, I would totally build this, or I like this. Like when we did Imskir Iron Eater,
yeah.
I still want to build that guy. Just pick one up.
Neat. Just now?
Yes. Yeah, sure. Just pick one up.
Man.
But on almost all of these, I was like, oh, this card's fucked. Like, what are people doing with this? Like, what could we do with this? What could we do with this? This one's like this card, and that card was insane. This card just spiked up like 900% in price because of this card. And I went in and found all those little subtleties. So I'm actually looking forward to getting into a little bit more depth or penetration on a lot of these because we don't actually have that many to do.
So if you want to comment on the episode for any reason,
There
which
you
we
go.
always welcome, if you can guess what cards spiked 900%, here's the hints. It spiked 900% after
might
people
not-
realized what it did.
Well,
We're exaggerating a little bit, but the price went way up. It's in the pre-con, and it's in the pre-con that's probably sold out at your store.
It spiked. Oh man, come on, give me the spike. I'll see if I can find the number because I have the card here, and it's an oldie but a goodie, and I own one. I own one, and I've always said, like, man, this should go in the deck where I play this effect. Oh man, all-time low, 34 cents. All-time high, $30.
Yeah, go Duskmore. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's back down to shit.
Wow. Good TV, boys.
See, that's what I'm.
Oh, it was just at $4, and now it's at $8. Let's call it. So it doubled in price.
So we're looking for the commander that's going to use that
In
card
the
and
one
that
that's
card.
probably sold out.
Yep, the one that it's not in the deck.
No.
But the commander that's going to make it busted is in the deck.
This one, right?
Yep. And it's probably sold out at your local game store based on what my local game store told me when I went to pick up some stuff.
People like this one the most. These are the most encrypted. These are more encrypted than WOTC's subliminal two-color messages.
And no, they don't. They want the other commander.
oh, the guy that I said was really good.
Yeah, that's
this guy.
Yeah, this deck is. I'm it's a little spoiler for the next show here, not like tomorrow, but the next one.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of these precons.
Oh, I am a fan of the precon commanders. So
The
I'm
commanders
looking-
are fine, but I
I'm
think that the
looking-
decks are they're just kind of ho-hum to me.
Oh.
Probably because there's none of them spark joy in me, except for the
Sure.
fact that one of them plays Brash Taunter, which is amazing.
Who? Remember that card that didn't exist last week? That
Yeah, they printed it.
Oh,
Remember
wow.
last week we were talking about a 1/1 for red and
Yes,
4
yes.
that was indestructible? There it is.
Oh,
It,
well,
it happened.
I'm happy for you.
Me too.
I'm happy you finally got what you wanted.
I'm sure that someday I'll talk about how that card is good.
Okay, so this card is an enchantment. This card that spiked doubled in price. It's an enchantment that spiked because of something that cares about enchantments. What's that card? If you get it, you get entered into the booster pack game. Other way to enter, as always on our legendary reviews, you let us know which is your favorite commander or precon, who you're going to build, and I guess bonus points if you let us know how you'd build it.
Yeah, what are you
Or-
going to do with it?
Or if you're already a patron, submit it in the Discord because we've got a bunch. I asked for a bunch on
Yeah.
like the CEDH thread in our Discord and the casual and the preferred deck list threads. I've asked for all of those and we've got a bunch already. And like I said, I've gone deep on a few of them, a few more than I normally do. And I'm actually excited about a lot of these because I think that they're cool and they offer just a slightly different take on not something that we've seen before, or we see it in new colors, or it's a brand new thing altogether.
Yes.
So I'm actually excited, and we might even have some disagreements on the internet about what you like and what I like.
Good.
Yeah. Let's see if we're still friends after. Because, you know, if you disagree on the internet.
Yeah, you can't be friends anymore.
No, never.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay, so you're Brando. You're here with Ryan. 4:57 tomorrow. 4:58 pre-cons on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hit our theme song.
Burr.
Bye-bye.